computer. There we go. Happy Wednesday. It is the 6th day of January 2021. I have not heard a Raphael Warnock ad all day or a John Oscoff or whatever his name is all day. The election was yesterday. I did my part and it's out of my hands. But thank goodness I won't have to hear any more of those ads anymore. Oh, Lord. I mean, they're probably asking y'all to vote in Georgia. I had like 700 of my friends want to move into my house so they could vote. So we'll see how that goes. So hope you're having a great day. Hello. Let's say Jolly's with us today. And I can't blame Jolly for our DraftKings trade anymore because it's actually up and doing good. Let's see. Dr. Theta is with us. Dwayne is with us. Melanie is with us. And Melanie put together something nice today to kind of help you and guide you in which things to update. Oh, Melanie was concerned yesterday because I was showing my account number and someone was going to rip my account out. Now, can you see my account number? I've got the whole screen, like the part with my account number, hidden at the top. But you can't still see my net lig, can you? That's the bad part about it. But anyway, wow, look at this, y'all. We're having a nice day. It says we're up $242 on the day. How does Daddy do it, right? Wow. Okay, that looks good. So why don't we just start into our daily old-time rock and roll? That's what you like? So you would probably like Still Rock and Roll to Me. What's his name? Oh, man. The Piano Man. Christy Brinkley's husband, or was husband. What's his name? It's terrible, y'all. What I think my problem is I've got a sinus infection, and I took Sudafed this morning. And you know when you go to the drugstore or you go into the CVS or the Walgreens to get your Sudafed, and the first thing they think is, oh, yeah, you really got a sinus infection, you meth head, and there I am wearing a spam cap and, just looking all raggedy like I often look. And they're going, Bobby, meth head. Right? So I'm not, okay? So I really use my Sudafed for the right stuff. All right, so let's go and start. Billy Joel. That's right. I like him. And Elton likes him too. And the thing Elton says is, man, if we could get him off of alcohol, that dude would do just good. But apparently he likes to hit the old bottle every now and then. That's why I never drank, because if I drank and I liked it like I like food, oh man, would I be in trouble. All right, let's see how what our net lick is for the day. Y'all, why don't we just shut the account down and go home? Close it all out and we'll start again tomorrow. 43,789.45. How does Daddy do it? So from the last time that I added it yesterday, we are up. Oh, look at this. Why is it giving me a reference error? Let's hit the little thing there. We don't want any more problems with our spreadsheet. There we go. We're up 228 according to that. Now, that's our running profit. Let's see what our profit on the day is. 253. And if you ever, have a formula that doesn't, just go to the bottom right, make a little cross out of it, and double click, and it will copy that down. We are up 0.53% on the year. Close it down. Just take it all off. Now let's go to my little equities page. Let's see if we got anything that says we ought to close here. If you want to take something at 30% close, we could close that. If we want to take a 30% close, we could close that. It gives us little signals, see? And then we're getting 3 optimal closes there. See that? Where it's telling us, hey, guys, based on the percentage that you have on this puppy in X number of days, you should close it. And if you remember yesterday, hey, look, don't think I'm no guru. We don't know what we're doing, right? I don't know jack shot. Y'all don't know jack shot because my baby is down in the bottom, Lily. She is 4 years old and cute as a button. So we don't want her to know jack shot either. So we put on the XLU trade yesterday, and look at this sweetness right here. It is at 35%. I hope y'all took that trade with me. Did anybody take that trade, or did anyone put in a sell a put spread or anything on that one? Or y'all still don't trust me? Don't follow a thing I do till you make your own analysis. Because remember, I don't know anything. And a blind squirrel will find a nut every now and then. So 35% in one day. How much money is that? That's a $19, $20 profit. So I'm going to let that run a little bit, I think, because I'm greedy. All right. So now that we've entered our net lick, let us enter our Greeks for the day. What are my deltas? Delta, delta, delta. Go, and my deltas are, yeah, you and that church choir practice at like in the morning on a Tuesday. What is up with that, Melanie? Tuesday? I mean, I thought you'd probably have it on Wednesday night or something, but a Tuesday like morning or whatever, that's y'all are committed. I'll say that. All right, let's minimize this. My delta is negative 22.59. So we enter that there, 22.59. Have to adapt for an RN in the choir. Hey, Peter, how's it going, baby? And don't worry that I call y'all baby. I call everybody baby. It's just one of my things. All right. Look like Peter was in the Walmart shopping while we're trading, which is kind of cool. All right. What's my sweet theta? That's really what I like to see. My theta, oh my gosh, y'all. I don't have any theta. 14.81. But yet I'm up $200. Again, how does Daddy do it? Vega, evil Vega, when the market crashes, that's where we get hurt, is negative 51.45. And I hope y'all do this every day. You got to do this every day. Look at your account every day. So y'all, I mean, why am I even in business? Why am I even selling premium if I can't get that any higher than what I've got it? I should be ashamed of myself because this should be between 0.1 and 1%. All right, let's see how much buying power we're using. You're not hardly using anything. I mean, what am I doing? You would think that something big was going on in Washington or something and that Sweet Bobby was scared to death that something might happen. 89.74 is the buying power that I'm using. 89.74. See what it says here. So I'm using 20.49%. Based on the VIX being between 20 and 30, I should be at 35%, no higher than 35%. So I'm under allocated. We know that. I don't have enough theta in my account. We know that. What about my deltas? Am I okay? Do I need an adjustment? No adjustment necessary. I am basically delta neutral. If I wanted to be tasty trade specific, -1 to -2 on my deltas to Vega, I should just sell just a little bit on the short side so that I would have short deltas. But I am looking mighty, mighty sweet. So let's go back into the account and see our percentages of our stuff. Now, DraftKings, y'all, it looks like we're really good, right? This is one that we blamed Jolly with the other day when we were losing money. But now that it's 456%, this was all my idea. Jolly had nothing to do with this until that one goes negative again. So we're up $102, $111 on the day. Look at that. That's only taking $400 of buying power. Now, what do we have on in there? I've got like a little in and out spread, those 2 twos. Then I've got a short put. And what did I do? I actually got a little ump in my step. And didn't I buy 3 shares of that stock? Look at me. I'm up $10 and something there. So looking good. So we've got XLK up 47%. Now that was a roll. So I'm thinking I'm having to let that one go a little bit more. I got to check into my 2020 spreadsheet, but I want to make sure I got enough to cover the loss that we had on that one. And I don't think we're quite there at $83 profit on that one. Got to let that one go. Dang, man. XLU earlier today, I told you guys, this is the one we put on yesterday. We sold the put. That one is up. It was 35% earlier. Now it's at 42%. So I probably will get that one closed at, we got 30 days on that one. We'll probably close that when it gets to 50%. 27, 27, 27. So then let's look at our losers, see if there's anything we need to do here. We're losing on that Chewy trade. That was wasn't that a trade that Jolly got us into? That's something that, remember, we blame all bad trades on Matt Jolly. Nope. Let's see. That was all me. EWW, what do we got there? It is at a 91% loss. What do we got in there? Looks like we've got a strangle. All right. I don't feel like messing with that one today, though. I mean, the EWW trade, even though it's down 91%, nothing's in the money, is it? I'm not seeing it in the money. And we still got $4 of daily theta in that one. So I don't think I'm ready to manage that one yet. IWM down 84%, but we're only down $38. That's just an in-out spread. Buy one spread, buy an option in the money, sell one out of the money, taking a shot there. VIX is down. We expect that to be a full loser, actually, too, right? I mean, we put that up no more than 3% of our count in any given year, and we expect that to be an overall loser. So nothing to manage there. We carry those to expiration unless the market crashes, and then we want to make some lottery type returns. The silver trade, I think that was a roll as well, wasn't it? Yeah, it looks like I've got a strangle on in silver. It's up a little bit today. Our PLTR trade, look at that. We're down $6 today, but we're up $19. Got 44 days on that trade, so that's looking good. The micro, I still just got that one little micro, don't I? And it is up 23%. That's a short put. Gold, wow. P&L on the day, $164. So we were really down on that one. So gold had a nice move, didn't it? All right. So you remember the other day. So I don't see anything that I need to adjust. If you have something that you need to adjust, or you got a question about an individual underlying, then throw it by me and we will do an analysis on it. But we closed Apple yesterday. And let's see what Apple looks like. I had Apple pulled up earlier. Check Apple up. Apple is down just a bit today, right? Down 0.67%. It's at the lower end of this value, which is market volume profile, right? So this is where most volume has traded over the last 10 days. This is one standard deviation below, one standard deviation above, and look at price. It's going back toward that point of control. Let me get my little bitty drawing thing so I can draw for y'all. So we're going back up to here, it looks like, right? I mean, it's a foregone conclusion because I've drawn all these lines, so it must listen to what I'm saying. So this area above the 20, we draw our little butt, which is our fair value line or fair value range, right? That's where the fair value is. So this is below fair value. So we call this the oversold range. Y'all, I apologize for my low energy. I am just trying to yawn all over the place. It's because I take melatonin every night along with my children, and I take a couple of, what are those things that help you? Benadryl every night. And I couldn't sleep last night. So at 1 o'clock, I got up and I don't want to tell Beth this. I took another Benadryl and I took like 3 or 4 extra melatonin gummies. And oh my gosh, it really messed with me. All right. So this is the oversold area. This is the overbought area for the fair value range here. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking that we're still going to go up, and we'll probably go back up into the fair value range. It's just my opinion. Let's erase all that, and let's go look to our linear regression channel. And y'all don't tell nobody all the stuff that we're using, okay? This is our stuff. So let's go to the linear regression channel. Here's my emails. Here we go. We got Apple. We got a daily chart. Look at this. Apple is in an uptrend. Tom Sosnoff totally agrees with this, right? Go with the trend, my friend, right? The trend is your friend. So ideally, if I'm going to put on a short put, I'd rather do it here, right? I'd rather do it when it's right there. Let me just draw. I'm not going to do this like I normally do and spend a lot of time drawing, but I just want to kind of draw a little triangle here. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. Here we go. See if I can draw there. Well, that doesn't look good at all, does it? Just kind of draw a little triangle here just for my own purposes. Kind of like that. And then let's see if we can clone this and pull one to the bottom. Right click. Oh, and you remember the trouble we had yesterday with my internet? So I got on the phone with Spectrum Internet yesterday, and I gave them a piece of my mind, I'll tell you. And I wanted someone to come out and to fix it. And they did something over the phone. They said, you're all good. And of course, I was having trouble earlier today. So you hit the clone button here. Kind of reminds me of Star Wars. Here we go. So I've got another little channel. I'm going to pull it down. And I'm just eyeballing this. A lot of times I'll get in here and draw these specifically. But I like to draw a little rectangle and see what we're looking like. Okay, see price kind of contained within those two areas. Yeah, you know, I kind of like having a position on an Apple. This really is, it shows us this in an uptrend. Let's go back. Here's where I put most of my emphasis on here. This little puppy, it's down on the day, but I'm thinking that it's going to go up here in the short term. I'd kind of like to have a position on an Apple, and I don't have any theta whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Apple. Now remember, we kind of keep an eye on all of this, right? We kind of keep an eye on these implied volatilities. I kind of like going where it's greatest, right? So there's 44.7, 40, da 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 da. Yeah, you know, I like that right there. So let's go to the 23 days is where it's showing the most implied volatility. Now you got to catch yourself on that sometimes, because when it does that, you'll say to yourself, why is it doing that? And we got to make sure it doesn't have earnings or anything. And the best place, guys, to look at that is on Tastyworks. I can't believe I don't have my Tastyworks platform pulled up. See, I've yelled it again. It's the melatonin, man. I apologize. And we read that melatonin may, well, Beth shared on Facebook some article she's read that it may have, you could have it in the toss chart too. Yeah, you can have it there. And let's see, I think I did have it on one of the ones that I was looking at. Let's see, where was I looking at? Apple. No, it's not on that one. I remember seeing it, but it's just ugly. I mean, just ugly in toss. I mean, I like things to look really, really pretty, and like they do in Tastyworks. Let's see. I thought I opened Tastyworks. Where's it at? Give me a second. Move everything around. Should have had Tastyworks already open and going for me. Earnings are on January the 27th. Thank you. I'll trust you. Won't even look at that. So this is. Oh, this one is 23 days. That's why the implied volatility is there, right? It's past earnings is 23 days, 44.67. But we're not going to let that thing go to 2 days. So we'd have to, 2 days to expiration is when that would occur, correct? So I kind of like going out here, and I need a little premium. And I'm going to go and I'm going to sell Apple on the down day. Y'all want to go, where do y'all want to go to? 16 Delta and go higher. Kind of like that. Collecting me a sweet $140, baby. Huh? $140. Now, some of you are, Earnings Whispers. That's it. Earnings Whispers has it as January 28th. Awesome. So, thanks for sharing that link. Who shared that, by the way? I can't see who shared that. Oh, Melanie did that. Thanks, Melanie. I'd like to get me $140 today, y'all. I'm going to sell me some premium. If you don't, how much buying power is that going to cost us? It's going to cost us only $1,400 in buying power. I like that. Let's see what our potential return on that is. We bring up our Vator and we go, you're going to bring in $141, 141 divided by the buying power it takes to make that trade, 1454. Y'all, where else am I going to get 9.7% on my money in that amount of time? I mean, that's if it goes totally to expiration, which we're not going to let it. But that's still how I do these comparisons, right? This is how I do these analysis. So I like that. $1.41 on that. Send it. Come on. Sold, baby. We're in. We are in and doing well. So let's record our trade, because you guys need to know on a daily basis when you make a trade, you need to record the trade. So let's go to our little bitty spreadsheet. Apple's been good to us. Apple's always good to me most of the time. And let's go to the equities tab and let's go put in our Apple trade. Now, you want to make that trade? You don't have that buying power. You're scared to death of naked options, then do a spread, right? Apple, we did a Johnny one lot. I'm no hero. We're not going to go crazy on the account. So we'll put in a, we did the 119 put. I need to capture the option from there. So we're going to right click on the option. I'm going to copy anywhere on that line. Then that allows me to paste here. So it'll tell me how much money I got. Now keep in mind, anytime you do this, don't freak out. You're going to initially start out as a loser with an L on your head. Don't worry about that, because that's just the nature of a credit trade. What delta did we do? It was about a 20, wasn't it? 18, 20, around in there. We'll say 18. We'll actually record the delta there. So we went at 18 delta. And the days to expiration on that puppy were only 23. Tom Sosnoff will give birth to a camel, knowing that we did that. We entered that trade on January 6th of 21, the year of our Lord 21. And we did that at a price of $1.41. See, that's sweet premium right there, baby. So that brought in, according to my commission schedule, it brought in $140.45. We are down 4% on the trade, freaking out that it's going to go against us. No, we don't freak out. Why do we not freak out, y'all? Because the spreadsheet has us totally in control. So we know that now our buying power has gone up to, let's see what our buying power is now. Now, we added a little bit of buying power, didn't we? See what it actually says now that we've actually got that trade on. Yeah, 1,600. It was 1,495 a while ago. So that really beefs up our data a wee bit, doesn't it? It's now 22.49. What was it, 14 a while ago? And Apple is giving me a sweet $7.75 of decay coming into my account each and every day. Y'all see how simple this is? So you're at your lunch break right now at work, and you're sitting in the bathroom and you're watching a video of some fat guy with a that's wearing boxer shorts and a Spam cap, and who's heavily medicated on Benadryl, Sudafed, and what's that other thing I told you I take every night? Anyway, heavily medicated, right? And you just put on a trade that is going to give you some positive theta. Now, you got a smaller account, and I'll just tell you, I don't do many spreads, okay? I don't do many spreads, but I don't even know if I know how to set a spread up here where we could do that. Let's say single. Let's go to vertical, okay? And it pulls up $1 wide vertical. So if you got a small account, then you can just do that, right? So go here where it says spread, turn it to vertical. Look at that. It's changed all of that into a nice little 1-point spread. and you're looking for the one that you can sell for about 33 cents because you want to be right at the 1/3 of the width of the strike. So anyone can do this trade. Check this out. You could sell this one, maybe the 126, 127 put spread, or you could do this one, the 125, to get you a little bit farther out. Now, here's the deal. Look at the difference where I got by being naked. I'm way out here, guys. See how much room I have from the money for this thing to work? That's a high probability trade. Now, this is also a high probability trade, but it's not as clean as mine. That's why I'm not much on doing spreads, right? I like doing the naked stuff. I understand we all have our constraints on our count sizes. So if you were going to do one here, I would look at this. I'd probably do the 125, 126. Mid price is 37. Yeah, that's exactly the trade that I would put in. Okay. So if you want to trade in Apple and you want to get you some nice juicy theta, then do that trade. Okay. Now let's look at the, okay, Peter, sorry, he'll catch up later. Gotcha. Anyone got something that you want me to evaluate for you? I don't mind doing that because Rick and I had our one-on-one conference yesterday. Had a really good time with Rick. And Rick's like, Bobby, look, I'm going to be retiring after a while, and I don't want something that I got to look at the screen all day. Y'all, this is what we're doing. This is for the working guy and gals. Sorry there, Melanie. We are for those that have full-time jobs. You got family, you got goats, you got a farm, you got all this stuff, and you don't have time to do this every day. So what we're doing is giving you a little strategy that you can do each and every day so that you're not over allocated and you don't have to go to bed worrying. And some of you that have never sold a naked option, listen, here's what we're doing. Keep in mind, we still have negative deltas, don't we? So my account is positioned that if the market goes down, that's when we make money. Now, what if it goes down too far? Well, we've got a VIX hedge in place. If you don't have your hedge in place, we did a video on that. And if you need that video and you can't find it where I posted it in our Discord channel, then just send me a little message on there and I'll make sure I send you a link so that you'll know how to put on that VIX hedge. As you see, I'd be better off had I not put that on, but I'm willing to say, hey, I will give up to 3% of my net lick over the next 52 weeks to make sure that my account is protected to the downside. Okay, so that's all we're doing there. So you see what we're doing. We trade small, we trade often, we follow the Liz and Jenny rule, except the one thing that we do that Liz and Jenny don't do is we actually make money. Y'all didn't hear me say that because I don't think they do. Just my personal opinion. But I think we do. Okay, so we're up 242 on the day. All right, anyone got something you want me to evaluate? Anything at all? Let me make sure no one's typing in Discord. No messages in Discord. I'll go down with that. Anything you want me to look at? If they haven't seen, like me, you can also use the search feature in the Discord group for hedge, and it looks like it was posted 12/28. Y'all, we are going to assign Melanie with the, you got to be like something. Because you are bringing value to our room. So Melanie, we appreciate that. So you can use the search feature in Discord group for hedge. Let's see if we can find that. Let's see the search feature. Where is the search feature? Help me out. Because a lot of us are old people and we don't know what we're doing. Where's the search feature? Let's see. Miss Catman is helping us. Let's see. Search feature. Let's go down. This one. Oh, okay. Dr. Theta's put it in there. Here's the VIX. There you go. Thank you, Dr. Theta. So we'll get that in there. Now, y'all, here's one other thing that I want to do because I don't have enough theta. Let's see if I do 22.14 theta and I put that into my spreadsheet. Does that get me where I need to be? Let's see. 22.14 on theta. Okay, that gives me $7 extra. 22.14. See the search bar in the upper right. Thank you so much. Let's see if that, oh man, see, I don't have enough theta. When I look at my account and I do that, there's a couple of things that I'll do. And I will start looking at my commodities. And when I say commodities, let me see if I can find that search feature though. Oh, there it is. See it? Search right there. So I just search for hedge. And look at there. Anytime that we've mentioned hedge, it's there. And there it is. Look, here's the videos from today's VIX hedge. That is so cool. That is so, look at that. See, old people can do this too, right? We're not handicapped when it comes to technology. Well, we really are, aren't we? Oh no, man, my money's going down. I was up 200 something. Now it's 182. What's happening? If y'all heard my daughter, she does her little, she sounds exactly like a dolphin. Keep it down low, baby. We don't like to show everybody our dolphin calls.
I was at school.
You was at school. I know you were. Let's see what the buns are doing. A lot of times, y'all, I like to put on a trade, and I hadn't done it this year because I like to, let's see, the bonds. What are the bonds doing? They're down to whatever 11 that's in. It's down 1.36%. Wow. I like to sell strangles in these things. Now, these things are weird, y'all. Let's see if we can do a little bit of our hocus pocus analysis on the bonds. See if I can find this. Yeah, here's clean. Let's go /ZB. It does seem like my internet's a little faster today. So maybe yelling at them did help. Look at that. Yeah, we've never loaded this fast before. So let's go to, we've already drawn the green monster on there. I think this is November to December. Yes, it is. So we'll have to redraw that again. Okay, so let's delete it. And y'all, for those of y'all that just want a strategy to do every day, sell the micros, sell a put every day and manage those. I was showing Rick yesterday, sell them at 60 days to expiration, close them at 30. That'll get you a good 22% a year. What we're doing here is a little extra because Bobby is greedy. If you don't have time for all of this, then that's fine. Don't worry about drawing the green monster, but I'm going to draw the green monster. We've got a video on this as well. What would you search for to do this? I don't call it green monster in the thing. I don't know what I call it. But we've got a video on this too, on how to draw these puppies. So here's ZB. Looks like this is January month. This is December. So we got to draw that for December. So let's get our proper tool. We'll get the Fibonacci retracement. We're going to draw from the bottom to the top. Yep. We're going to right click. We're going to edit those properties. Sure that we have our cursor somewhere in this month. Our low is 171.04. So let's do that. 171.04. And our high for the month, and we're looking up here, guys, at this area here. Our high for the month was 175.05. Put that in. 5. We're going to hit the OK. Oh, man, look, y'all, really, you don't have to do anything on this chart if you don't want to. The 50% line is so close to the green dominant line, but I'm going to draw it because I'm a perfectionist. So we'll get our other tool. We'll start here, and it's going to project that distance. See that distance that we have there? All this does is project that distance 200% from here. Take that down to the 100 line, like so. Nobody give up on this. If you hadn't watched the video, I promise this stuff works. It's just a little bit of voodoo. So we draw this down to the 200 line, like so. And we're going to pull this puppy, the 0 line, down to the top of this little red thing that we first drew. And you do that like so, so that we get that line just at the top of the red line. Not too much. There we go. Oh, hit your escape key. Then we're going to right click and remove that drawing. Thank you. You have served your purpose. Then we're going to right click this. We're going to edit properties. We're going to say this is our December for January projection. December for Jan. We're going to make this all the same color. We make that the nice little green monster. Now we go back to our volume profile and we pull up ZB, which is the 30-year bond. ZB. Let's see. Oh, wow, look at this. Hey, where's my little green line? Where's my dang green line? Let me pull this out, see if it's in there somewhere. Oh my gosh. Did I draw it in something else? What was that? Hold on. ZB, there it is, nice and pretty. Change that style back to normal or standard. Standard, okay. And let's go back to volume profile, see if it'll show up this time. Come on. Now I've lost everything. Oh, there it is, but I got to get it. Let me get out of ZB so we can go to corn. You hadn't traded till you've traded corn, wheat, and soybeans, people. Now my internet goes slow. Thank you, Spectrum. Right click, auto zoom. Thank you. I see that. Hey, Ken, late to the party as ever. Baby, at least you're in the party, right? There's corn. I'm going to go back to ZB. See, we're getting all these little tips on there. Melanie, you ought to be running the room for real. I mean, you got so much good stuff. That's awesome. All right, so let's pull up the bonds and hope my green monster lines are there. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. Lots to explain here. All right, let's look at what we got. We have volume profile telling us over the last 10 days that this is where the most volume has traded in our little friend, the bond, right? And this is the area that is overbought for that, for this section. Here's our fair value, draw the butt, fair value area. And then we have the oversold area. Man, we just crashed right through that today, didn't we? Then here's the overbought area for the fair value range below. So now price has dropped from this fair value range to a brand new fair value range here, FV. And that ain't food value for those of you that have food value grocery stores and Piggly Wigglies and Hoggly Wogglies around where you're at. So this is a fair value range here. Look at there. We've gone all the way down. It's at a new fair range. What do I think about that? I don't know what I think about it. But I will say this, that it wouldn't surprise me to see a return back to this dominant area up here since we're way down here. So I might could sell a put on there rather than a strangle. But let's delete all of this garbage that we've drawn. And let's look at our linear regression channel. Linear regression. How many of y'all, when y'all started this program, thought that you would just be all about some linear regression? Now let's see if we can get ZB in there. I think I found out how to do this the other day. Remember when I couldn't get the E-minis in there? I think it's because I had the /. I think you got to do this without the /. So I think if I just do ZB, let's see if that'll work. ZB, and it'll pull up a few things. Yes, it'll say an apple. ZB, we've got to make sure we're on the right thing first of all. Hold on, search symbol, ZB, come on. ZB, yes, U.S. Treasury Bond Futures. It's exactly what we want, right? Front month contract, let's see if it'll pull it up. Come on, there it is. Okay, so did I draw that for this too? Let me delete that. Delete that little drawing. We don't want to. Let's see. Remove. Let's remove the bottom line as well. Right click and remove and see what we have. We have, y'all, a downward channel in the bonds. Up and down, up and down. And look at that, y'all. We are right here. And if you notice when I draw my little cursor right down at the bottom here, that it looks like we have an area of, say it with me, support. Right? an area of support right there. Now, as soon as I say that, watch the thing come crashing down to here, right? It'll come crashing down to here. But you know, I kind of like the pot odds on that. And this isn't a trade that I would encourage any of you to do. It's just something that I do, and I want to show it to you. And you can do things like this in other products, but I love trading commodities and currencies and bonds and things of that nature. So let's see where I want to go with my little bonds. Normally what I do is sell the 60-day to expiration. So I would probably sell the 44. Look at that, 872 in implied volatility. This is 7.14, but sometimes I even go out to crazy things and do something like 135 day. Looks like, let's turn off the vertical, go back to single. You know if any of that's worthy of us looking at. ZB, so let's look here at the 44 day sub bonds in a 10 delta is about right here. Now check out these things, guys. When you start playing with the commodities and the futures and everything, you start pulling in really big money, right? On this one though, I mean, I'm pulling in $232 in credit just on that trade there. It's taking me $23.92 in buying power. So that's what, 10%, right? That's a 10% return on capital for 44 days. Now these things can move and they can hurt you, but I kind of like it. And I just kind of want to put something on here. Let's just, let's send this trade. And then we'll look at another similar product for you that don't want to trade the actual futures. But I kind of like this. With this thing being down 1.4% today, let's sell a put. We can always sell a call later. Let's see if we get filled. Bingo, baby. Yes, we did. All right, so that worked out good. So I'm going to show you a similar product that you in smaller accounts can put on. And of course, you can do spreads in this as well, right? There's nothing to say that you can't do a dollar-wide spread there. Again, you want to make sure that you're collecting 1/3 the width of the strike. But let's go back to our little thing here. We're going to go to the commodities tab, and I'll show you how this works. Oh no, what's wrong with you, Mr. Spreadsheet, taking so long? All right, here we go. Commodities. Oh man, I almost want to cry. This is my first commodity trade of the year. There's my neighbor going down on their little four-wheeler type thing. Let's see. We just traded the bonds. So that is ZB. How many contracts did we do? We did a Johnny one lot. What was the strikes? The strikes were the 163 put. Option name, remember, well, we don't do that on this. I don't copy and paste this because it doesn't realize, you know, the ticks and everything. My spreadsheet's not that advanced yet. But what did we do? That's a short put. Short put. The actual delta was a 10 delta, which is what I normally sell on those puppies, on the commodities. And it is a 44-day to expiration. We entered that puppy today. Now, y'all, this is going to help me get my premium selling done for the day. Let's see where we stand at now. That entered it on January, the year of our Lord 21. What was the price? You know, and who knows how to do these things. I just, instead of doing the little tick thing, I just do the 15, and I have to manually enter this credit, but I know what I'm talking about. 232.28 is what I got. 232.28 in awesome premium. So there. Now, this is the fun part, is we get to go and see what our weekly premium looks like. Look at sweet Bobby. Today is Wednesday. I should have sold $1,018 in premium. I need $92 more to be on track, y'all. I'll figure out something. But, and I've got $771 remaining for the week. Look at my premium capture. Y'all, we done made $271 and we ain't but 3 days into the year. Look at us. I mean, we are on a roll. If we keep this up, we're going to make a yearly return. Take it with a grain of salt because we are just in a, the beginning stages, but it looks pretty good so far. We could do a 72% on the year, making a projected $600 a week. Man, we are sweet. So let's go back. I'm going to show you one more trade that we're going to evaluate, and then I'll let y'all go for the day. But let's go back to our Greeks and ratios and update those because I like seeing what my deltas are now after I've got all these trades on. We go back to the monitor tab. Now we've got, look at there, we're still negative deltas. And that trade, because bonds kind of have an inverse relationship to the equities, right? Gave me a -9 delta. So that's nice. Negative 23.74, let's say. Negative 23.74. Didn't change it much, did it? Because we did that Apple trade as well. That gave us positive deltas. Now watch this. Here's what I like. Let's see what happened to theta. We were at 22.14, but now, baby, we sold the bonds, and we are all the way up to 34.78. Let's put that in. Theta. Oh, look how sweet it is. 34.78, baby. Now look at me. I'm almost at 0.1%. I just got to have one more trade and I'll be there. What did our Vega go up to? Vega is, oh man, that really bumped up. Negative 16125. But let's put it in there. Negative 161.25. And let's do our buying power as our final one. Buying power, 13,247. Here. What did I say? 13,247. Close enough. So we are now at 30%. Remember, I don't need to go over 35. I'm almost maxed out, aren't I? Don't want to go over 35. But I'm just okay. I don't even have to watch this account, y'all. You got your full-time job. You got whatever you're doing. You're fine. Okay? No adjustment on my deltas. Bobby, you are sweet and doing so good. Now, if you don't want to trade the bonds, what else could you trade? You could trade something called TLT, couldn't you? Let's look at TLT very quick like. Let's go back to our chart. Let's do a TLT. The little ETF, bond ETF. Let's see what that looks like. Let's change this to monkey bars. And let's see if we can't draw something on TLT. And then we'll get y'all out of the bathroom at work so you can get back to your day. But we want to have you opportunities to make trades as well. Let me go ahead and pull that up in while my Spectrum internet is pulling up. Let's pull up TLT in the volume profile as well. Here we go. Now, this was drawn, I'm sure, for last month, so we got to delete it. That's November for December. That is old and archaic, so we will remove the drawing. I'll draw it very quick. This is December. We're going to change that to our retracement tool. Draw from the bottom to the top. I'm going to right-click and edit. Right-click and edit. I'm going to do the highs and lows for the month. We pull that information from up here, and you got to have your cursor within the month of December. So the high is 159.39. Then we go here, and the low is 154.77. Change that. So to that, really don't have to redraw it, but I like them precise. So we'll go get this tool. We'll draw from the 50. We'll draw up to that, and then we're going to project that 200% from the zero line. Is it right on the zero line? There we go. Then we're going to activate this, and we're going to pull the 0 up to the 200 line. So here we go. We pull that up. Beautiful. Now we're going to pull the 100 up to the end of that little red line where we started there. Pull that up, get it just so. Like that. Hit the escape key. Then we're going to click somewhere on this ugly structure. It's done its job. It's gone. Then we right click. We're going to edit properties. We'll call this December for Jan because we're using December numbers to project price action in January. We're going to set color for all the curves to green monster. Boom, baby, for TLT. Now let's look at it on volume profile. TLT. And you see how the price movement is just kind of like exactly what happened in the bonds, but we'll draw it for you again so that you'll have it here. This is the fair value. Draw the but, fair value range. This was overbought. And this is an oversold for the level above it, which means this is an oversold. Right? And it's clear into another range. Now you notice we've run out of line. So technically I need to redraw this thing because there's an overbought area here and there would actually be a little green line coming here when I duplicate that. And then here is another fair value range and another pink but that we draw. Okay. So we're down here. So the, guys, just a big move on that. Look, down 2.37%. When is a better time to sell a put in something than when it has dropped, right? And I would still believe there's probably, well, you know, a better than average chance that we're going to see maybe a pullback into that fair value range, right? Maybe even a pullback to the point of control and volume profile. This is volume profile. Remember our green lines, we kind of call that market profile. So two different analyses on the same page. Let's clear all that out and let's go to our linear regression channel, which should look similar to what it did in ZB. Delete that, go change my tool and pull up a TLT here. Remember what this looks like. So let's see what it looks like in TLT. Probably very similar because it's the ETF that tracks the bonds. There we go. Yeah, very, very similar. Look at that. We're in a downtrend, right? You see the linear regression tool showing us down, and it's kind of popped up, popped down, popped up, popped down, popped up, down, up, and now we are down. And interestingly enough, watch this. Wasn't it interesting that if you look across the line here, what do we see, people? What do we see? That looks like a little bit of, well, I mean, it broke support there, didn't it? But came back quickly. It went back down to support again, came back quickly. And I'll be dogged if we ain't going back down to it again. So what's your trade? Well, same thing I did in the bonds, right? We go in here. We go into the trade tab. We go into TLT. Some of you have smaller accounts. I got you. That's why if I can't provide you information that you can trade in a smaller account, then I shouldn't be here helping you at all, because I'm really wanting to help people that's got full-time jobs that want to trade and you want to grow your account slowly and steadily. We're not Wall Street bets. We're just getting little singles, y'all. So you go over here and you look, where is the greatest implied volatility on the board? And we don't, well, look at there, 44 days for that one. It's a little different than on the bonds, wouldn't it? So I would probably go out here. I wouldn't go to the 72. It's a little more than I'd like to go. 1716 is highest on the board here, guys. I'd go into a, well, that's for the 72. So I'd go for the, well, hold on. If my eyes are deceiving me, 44 days is 17. 44 days is 14. Ah, but look at this. Yep, the 23 is still the place I think to go if we can get a good feel there. So what would you do? I'd go in here and I would sell maybe the 147, which is about a 15 delta. If we collect $37, what can you do if we change this to verticals? If you wanted to do some defined risk trade, looks like it's at that at what, only 50 cent wide. How can I change that? Let's see, I know how to do this some way. Vertical, deep and wide, 1 month, 2 strike, 1 month, 2 strikes. Let's try that, see if that'll make it into $1. There we go. So we change those to dollar wide strikes. You know, here's the deal. Look, the bid ask between those, because it's a spread, are a little bit wide, right? Let's see what this one's going for. 31 is the mid price, 20 is the natural. So you could probably try maybe that one, see if you get filled, let it sit for a while. Maybe even a little bit closer, but you see you're getting closer to the money. That's why I like, if at all possible, to sell the naked, because you can get farther out of the money, right? You get farther out of the money. And let's just look about the 15, 16 delta, pulling in 38, or the one is 37.5. You could sell the 147.5. How much buying power would that take in my account? $2,500, you know. You see why I like doing the futures, right? I'm getting a 10% return on capital there. Nowhere close to that by selling that. What's the return on capital here? Bring up my little calculator. Come here, Mr. Calculator. And if you're getting $44 over 25.42, let's say, 1.7%. You know, but hey, I mean, if you've got small, you got to put trades on. You need to collect data. You know, you do what you can. It's harder to grow smaller accounts. I'm not going to lie to you. It's harder if you're taking those defined risk trades. The probability of success is lower than it is on a naked position. All right. Y'all, it's been a great session today. If y'all have any questions, let me know. I'll try to be in there in the room throughout the day. And thank you for joining us. And we will see you later, you trader nerds.